Looking absolutely gorgeous. We all know these guys can articulate like beasts, but yeah, he looks really cool. There's Spidey with one thwipper and his little web swinger. We'll call it a thwipper and a web swinger, shall we? Definitely a keeper.
Sean Solo Geek.
Hey, what's going on? It's Sean Solo 8, and I'm back with another Mafex Medicom Toys Marvel action figure review. Today we're going over Marvel's The Amazing Spider-Man in his classic costume version. You can see it shows there on the bottom. This box is a little bit different. It is shorter and it's wider. And I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. It says Double Trouble up here on the front. It says 6-inch 185 Mafex. You can see there's two trays on the inside because this box is a little bit thicker than most. Give you an example. Here is the black costume Spider-Man, which I haven't reviewed yet. You can see the box. Yeah, it's a lot smaller than your typical Mafex Spider-Man that we're used to. And you can see on the side, it's actually a little bit wider too. You can see the cool Medicom toy sticker down there on the bottom. On the back, you're treated to some images of your action figure and the accessories. This one doesn't come with a Peter Parker head sculpt. It looks like Medicom toy only give us the two head sculpts. And on this side, it just says 185, and you're treated to another illustration of your action figure. But yeah, overall, I love the packaging, the presentation. On the bottom, just a bunch of choking hazards. On the top, it just says The Amazing Spider-Man Marvel. Without further ado, let's open up this Spider-Man and let's see what's inside. I'm just going to go ahead and slice it up from the top. Go ahead and open the tray. And when you pull it out, it looks like, yeah, you get your typical, building in the background. You can see there. And it doesn't slide out. It's just part of the box. So if you wanted to, you can cut it to be a diorama, perhaps. You've got your typical Mafex stand on the back, which I'll be using that in this video for sure. There's one tray here with your web accessories. Looks like, yeah, you get your typical webs that we've seen before. I think this was in the Venom Mafex. I'm not sure if I have that one on my regular Spider-Man. And then, of course, you get your little guide with the QR codes. And then there is your tray with Spider-Man and all the hands. And I'm sure those are the magnetic feet and hands in there. But, yeah, he looks absolutely beautiful. So let me get this guy out and let's get on with the show. Here's the new Spidey next to the old Spidey. And, well, this is the reissued Spidey over here on the left. And then this is the new classic costume Spidey. So let me just pull them both closer up and take a look at the bodies. You can see I have the other eyes on the, man, I don't even know what to call that now. It's basically the Amazing Spider-Man suit, huh? And then this is the classic costume over here on the right. This is the reissue. We'll just call it that. But you can already see where it was really dark here on the stomach. It's a lot lighter on the new one. But overall, yeah, everything looks the same except the paint on this new one is just beautiful. This is definitely going to be my go-to Spidey for sure. You can see the blues look great. All the mold, yeah, everything is the same on this Spidey for sure. The arms are the same. The paint job on mine is just rocking it out of the park. You can see that it's just fantastic, man. Really, really, really digging it, that's for sure. You can see it's a little dark right down here on his headpiece, just like on this one. This one comes with a Peter Parker head mold, which is fantastic, and I will try that on this new classic suit Spidey. Let me just pop this head here, and we will compare. So yeah, that does pop on really, really nicely, but these are the same heads but different paint. And you can see the red, they look pretty much the same, even from the side face there. All the lines and paint on mine, they just really did nail it. It looks really, really good. Anyway, okay, so let's go ahead and stand this Spidey up next to a couple other figures and see how he holds up. Here he is next to the retro Spider-Man, the original. These blues are definitely a lot lighter. We'll go ahead and move this one and stick him up next to the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. And I just picked up the Amazing Spider-Man and Friends version Spider-Man. So too bad I didn't open that yet so I can compare it to this. But if you watch my Amazing Spider-Man and Friends video, I will compare that. And then here he is next to the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. So definitely a shorter Spider-Man overall, but I think this is going to be my favorite Spider-Man. Let's go ahead and check out the different hands. I've showed you the only 2 heads that he comes with, and then I'll show off, some of his web accessories here in some poses. So let's take a look at those hands. So right off the bat, you do get these fists that come out of the package. Comes with 2 of those. He comes with 2 open wall crawling type hands, and you can see, yeah, the paint on mine look really good again. Fantastic job on those. He comes with a pair of relaxed type open hands. He does come with 2 sets of, well, 1 set of thwipping hands. Then he comes with 2 sets of, well, then he comes with 2 hands that hold the webbing. As you can see, I have him holding one there. And there's just a little hole in there, so yeah, he can hold all his webs. And then, of course, he comes with his magnetic hands and magnetic feet. He comes with this web right here with the little hole, and yeah, that's going to be for the little extra piece that we had earlier. Where did it go? Here it is here. This will pop into the end of that, and then you can stick it on the stand like so. And it's nice and bendy. He comes with 2 short thwippers and 2 long thwippers, and of course 1 web swinging rope. Let's check out Spidey's articulation. He looks down about that far, looks up extremely well. It's not even funny. Check that out. I wonder if the old one does it that well. Yeah, they both do it that well. Arm-wise, pops up unbelievably high, extremely generous butterfly joint. Beautiful single jointed elbows with upper swivel cuts. Hands rotate pretty much any direction you want them to go. There is a cut up in the mid torso, tilts back really well, tilts forward good. Then another cut down here right at the waist, and you can see where it cuts off. Looks good. Doesn't look like there's very much paint rub at all on there. There is some pretty cool drop down hips. You can see where that one dropped down on that side. There is a slight rotation in there. Enables him to kick up super high and kick back about that far. He does have a very generous double jointed knee with a nice rocker hinge on the foot and some articulated toes to go. Here's Spidey with his long web in both hands on the Mafex flight stand. Looking absolutely gorgeous. We all know these guys can articulate like beasts, but yeah. He looks really cool. Let's put him in another pose. Here's another shot of Spider-Man doing whatever a spider can with his arms up over his head all the way back with his legs kicking way up there. Another shot of Spider-Man with his long web before I get into his whipping webs. But yeah, great addition, that's for sure. There's Spidey with 1 thwipper and his little web swinger. We'll call it a thwipper and a web swinger, shall we? But yeah, these are fun. This is the long one that we have on them. And I'd like to point out that these Mafex stands are very solid. I haven't had to screw mine up. Normally you have to tighten them up a little bit. But these ones just bang on. Here's Spidey with 2 of his long thwippers. Definitely a keeper. And here's Spidey with his 2 short thwippers. So, and I put the other head mold back on. But overall, you got to admit, this paint job looks awesome. The accessories are great. And I think this is all for the price of, I think it was like 67 bucks right now on Hobby Link Japan. He is available. And of course, Spider-Man can do some pretty epic wall crawling poses too. So this guy, guys, he is phenomenal. And if you like the color, again, let me just show you here. That's pretty much a game changer. Do you want the shiny blue or the classic blue? That's what it boils down to. Let's do... zoom this out a little bit and just show you guys too that, yeah, he can do his typical, crouching down on his tiptoes move too. Looking upwards. So... but yeah, he looks cool. Definitely a keeper. Me personally, I find value in this for sure. I'm going to put him just with this web accessory here. And I gather we can put that on this little peg And there he is holding it with that accessory there. So you can see, yeah, you can put it in either hand. Looking pretty cool. Let me find that other Parker head sculpt. So it looks like this head will fit on there just fine. So let's just go ahead and pop that off and pop the neck. You're probably gonna have to heat that up to get that off because I'm having trouble doing it. Probably have to soak it in hot water, but let me see if I can get this Parker head off. Yeah, that pops off just fine. And we'll just stick it on this way for now. But yeah, if you wanted to heat that up, yeah, it looks pretty cool. So you could definitely do that too if you wanted to. Let me just pop that off. Again, yeah, I just can't pull it with my bare hands. And this neck piece, you know, it is the same color, so it would fit in really good. But overall, you know, I've had fun playing with them. I think you guys will have fun playing with them too. For one more height comparison, let me just put up Eddie Brock right here. This is the Venom repack, and you can see when it comes to Mafex Spider-Man, the Mafex Venom and Spider-Man go together really, really well. So I think that's pretty cool. If you enjoyed today's video, kindly put a thumbs up on here, comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.